What is going on, everyone? My name is Shaq and today I am going to be doing a video that I'm probably certain you've seen a fair few times from a wide array of YouTubers, because they all have their own certain ways of completing Triple Threat offline and getting the games done as quickly as possible. However, I have a little bit of proof. I think I've got a pretty good proven method, a way that is you can do cheap, a way that you can do even with the players that you've got already. It's not difficult to do, and I certainly suggest doing it because this way has helped me so much. I haven't spent too much time doing it. However, the time that I do spend doing it, I'm getting games done quickly and effectively without stressing too much. And I even managed to get Danny Ferry the other day, so things have been going pretty well for me in that sense. But how to complete Triple Threat offline games as quickly as possible. This is like an updated version. I don't know if I've done this before already, but this is an updated version, as most up to date as you could possibly get as of seeing this. It is the 30th of April for me. So for you guys, this will be the kind of timestamp that you want to know how effective it is. But what I'm going to tell you right now is the starting lineup, or the lineup you should be using for your Triple Threat offline squad. This is what I've been using for Triple Threat online, but if you go to Triple Threat offline, I suggest using a Curry card, specifically the Pink Diamond. But if you don't have that one from Season 1, the Diamond should be fine. If you have a Galaxy Opal or Dark Matter Steph Curry, you could use that too, but I felt like this Pink Diamond Steph Curry really does kind of balance everything out. He's very good, really nice jump shot, but as well as that, he doesn't come up against two overpowered opponents. And I also use two bronze centers. Specifically, Justin Patton and Kostas Antetokounmpo have just been the ones that I've been using regularly. So those guys, they stay in my squad for the most part, and I play with these guys alongside Steph Curry for two reasons. One, they're both bronzes, so they only get matched up against golds, and because of the way that the Triple Threat offline thing plays, we have to kind of take into effect what the difficulty will be when we are playing Triple Threat offline. And considering we're at the point where it's the highest difficulty we come up against, these two will make sure that we come up against the easiest opponents as well. Steph Curry will often have someone ranging from a diamond to even a dark matter on a rare occasion, but those two make sure that there's always two goals out there, never less than two goals. So they're out there for that reason. And the second reason, they're both centers. So if you end up missing shots with your chosen player that you're going to score all your points with, they at least have the best chance of grabbing second chance boards for you. They're not going to do it all the time, but they're going to every now and then. And also, a third reason, I don't have infinite contracts on them for obvious reasons, but I do only have to spend 40 MT for 5 contracts. That's probably the best thing about using these players. You could use golds, but I believe that when you use golds, it goes to 120 to get their 5 contracts. So using bronzes, they do absolutely fine for me, and they end up being really cheap to reuse over and over again. But I'm going to use this Steph Curry card. I really do suggest any Steph Curry card that you have, go ahead and use that, because I'll be able to tell you some of the animations that this guy uses in order to get himself wide open. But I'll also do a game with another player. I'll even go to a Galaxy Opal tier just to show you that it doesn't matter too much, but it is most preferred that you use a Pink Diamond, really good Pink Diamond that has some decent moves, and probably specifically Steph Curry as well. But I'm not going to talk anymore about the lineup. Let's get into the actual game. Now, this is where everything kind of comes into shape. You don't need to do any settings. You don't need to do anything like that. And even that, thankfully, we start on defense. You don't even need to play defense. You can just step back like this and let them shoot, let them take a bad shot, because for the most part, you're using this as target practice, and they're going to put bad shots anyways. So I have the ball at the half court line. I want to just stop here so I can gather my thoughts. But Justin Patton, as you can see, grabbed the rebound, passed to Curry. As he's coming back up, I want you to do a pick and roll, put him on the left side, so then you hold him here, and then from there, you get the screen, get wide open, green light. That stuff is probably the easiest one you can do, the one that I probably would expect any card to be able to do, especially with Curry slide. It makes it so much better. But what you want to do from now on is keep an eye on his takeover meter. You do that by pressing L1, seeing how long he has till he can reach his takeover, and then from there you realize that about 3 shots is all he needs to get his full takeover. So right here again, We'll get Justin Patton to come through for the screen. Can I green this one up as well? Yes, I can. So, from now on, we only need one more, but this is where his defense comes in. A lot of people will feel the need to start reaching. Do not foul with Curry. Make sure he doesn't foul, because otherwise you lose that takeover. You have to take an extra shot, maybe a little bit more difficult, and you'd much rather have the takeover. The sharpshooting takeover makes everything a lot easier. The Steve Nash is hitting a lot of shots on me, and I'm not happy about that. But one other thing that I usually use with Steph Curry, if I can't be bothered with a screen, or I don't usually think about it, what I like to do is I like to go out like that, make the defense lean, and then from there, shoot my shot. It works better, I think, on the left-hand side. But from there, you can see we've got the full takeover with Curry. From there now, all we'll do is wait for their offensive possession to finish, wait for our defense to finish, grab the rebound, grab it off the inbounds, and then as we're running up, what we do there, so I'm grabbing the boards, I'm running up, we can then put on our takeover and then start fucking launching them, boys. We can start launching them. There's my bronze Antetokounmpo coming in to help me out, but from half court, usually they start to go in, but now it's just not being cooperative. Usually though, what ends up happening is your shots, you can just start nailing them from long range. Usually the corners around here are where it works, but if you see a wide open shot coming, make sure to take advantage of that. This Steph Curry, however, he usually can shoot from anywhere around the half court line and triple threat offline. So even if they score, I'm coming straight back up, shooting in their face for the most part. If you can't or are not confident enough to shoot long distance shots regularly and green them up, what you can do, the best thing I continue to do, you can either do the screen again or just a simple Curry slide. Curry slides against CPU for some reason work so well. Just don't take the shot too early. Let the entire Curry slide animation run its course. If you shoot it too early, the defense could still be there for a contest, but if you let it run all the way through, it'll be super duper easy for you to get your wide open shot off and just take the shot. As you can tell though, this method heavily relies on 3-point shooting, so make sure your dude has a very nice 3-point shot. That's why Pink Diamond Steph Curry has been so nice for me. He's been just the perfect card to use in triple threat offline, and already, just as I've been talking, we're about to win the game here with one more shot. You can tell that this one has been working well for me, considering I think it's been less than a week. Hasn't really been that long since I did my triple threat offline, my 2-hour triple threat offline challenge. We're at about 950 wins there. I'm now at 1,060, or close to 1,060 now. But I'm going to come down. Hopefully we can finish it off with a shot right here from half court. That'd be nice. No bailout wives to help me out, but that's all good. We'll get our shot again. But as you can tell, Beverly takes that shot. They're not going to be too good. I actually ran out of my takeover, which doesn't happen too much, but I'll let my Steph Curry dribble, my slide, go through, take the shot, green that up, and as you can see right here, the game only went for 4 minutes, which is actually pretty good for triple threat offline at this stage, because a lot of people will probably be having trouble getting to the basket against the CPU. So utilizing the 3-point shots, making sure you're doing the right things to get open, what'll help you out the most. I'm going to use Danny Ferry for this next game, but we're going to also see what we can get from the vault. I've actually had a bit of bad luck as of late with the vault. Can we get anything nice here? Yes, we can. That's beautiful. But like I said, I'm going to use someone different now. Yeah, Danny Ferry, I think, is the one I'm going to use. He has the Curry slide. He's got good dribble moves. He's just a higher tier. So he's going to come up against higher tier players, which could also mean he comes up against more difficult players. It's not ideal, but at the end of the day, whatever you've got and whatever you're most comfortable with, go ahead and use. Just make sure you've got the 2 bronze centers out there to help you out and lower the overall team that you're coming up against. And from there, use the offensive tactics that I've taught you in that first game, and from there we should be able to dominate this one. But we are coming up against is that a Galaxy Opal Rashard Lewis? It looks like that's going to be the limited reward, which I'm going to be playing against very soon. But yeah, you can see already Galaxy Opal we're coming up against here. We can even leave him open. I wouldn't suggest it all the time, but if you're feeling a little bit, tired of it and want to get the game over quickly. But you can see Curry slide, knock that one down. Can't get that one to go. I've been having trouble with Danny Ferry's release and online, so it may transfer to offline. Getting the steal there, that'll help with his takeover. Danny Ferry, 3-point shot, no good again, but he's getting the white. Beautiful. Yeah, already halfway through his takeover. Just keep an eye on that. Remember, L1, that helps you out the most. That's your best friend with triple threat offline, the takeover. It's beautiful. I only just realized it lately, which is honestly just horrific from my end, knowing all the time I could have saved. But Danny Ferry comes straight back down. Let's see whether we can get the Curry slide to work. right there, finish it off. Can't green a shot at the moment, that's a bit disappointing. Doesn't work too well for me, but Curry's shot has just been automatic for me. So I use him more often and used him for well over 1,000 games in total for 2K. But we come down, Danny Ferry, there we are, we've got a green light, just pull up in his face. Beautiful stuff. Just got to make sure I'm not fouling on the defensive end, just keep my hands up, play whatever defense. If I get bored, I'll just kind of back up a little bit. He can hit his shots, I don't mind, but Rashard Lewis isn't hitting his shots, which is actually good for me. Danny Ferry, we're not even going to try and do any of the crazy stuff right now, just come and pull up. That's how ridiculous this Danny Ferry is. If you guys haven't got Danny Ferry, keep pushing for him. I only just got him. It's taken me so long, but for the people who do have Danny Ferry, they will know how ridiculous the card is. He is unreal. But because I think we've hit 3, the takeover is now on. You do that by pressing, by the way, if I probably should have told you in the first game, but the way you activate your takeover, press the right analog stick. Just press it down. I believe it's the same for Xbox and PlayStation, but pressing down on that right stick activates the takeover. You don't have to wait until the takeover is truly activated. I probably could have told you that in the first game, but at the same time, that's my own fault, and I apologize for that. But Danny Ferry, just take your wide open shots, take your shots when you get them. Now it can be a bit wild with them. Just, you know, how we do the whole thing. I'm going a bit slower than I kind of like to, but that's because I'm using a play I'm not too used to. However, it is Danny Ferry, so I shouldn't be complaining too much. Can we get a Danny Ferry half-court shot? Yes, we can. Beautiful stuff. Yep, like I said, that sharpshooting takeover, it does wonders nowadays. It truly does. Danny Ferry again, just come through, pull up. Yep, now we're starting to get it. There we are. Danny Ferry will finish this one off a bit quicker now. A little bit frustrating to start, but we got there. But as you can see, it is a pretty good tactic. We've been lucky that Rashard hasn't hit too many of his shots, and he's actually kind of let their team down, let the CPU down. But there he goes, he hits one. Hopefully, however, my next games, especially getting to 1,250 and for the next season, will be a bit quicker. Danny Ferry finishes it off nicely. That one also went for 4 minutes, so a pretty quick one still. We just hit more shots that time, but that's because it's Danny Ferry. Again, I still prefer Pink Diamond Curry. I finish games a lot quicker, especially when I start getting a shot down properly, and it lowers the risk of coming up against the Dark Matter, because coming up against Galaxy Opals with a Galaxy Opal is very common, and Dark Matter is just a higher chance. So, can we get something nice on the vault again? No, we can't, but that's absolutely fine. Hopefully, you guys have found this tutorial and this little tip video helpful. I know that it's a video that kind of gets recycled by a lot of people with their own different ways, a hell of a lot, but I wanted to make this video because I feel like it's very effective and can help a lot more people. It's super simple. Super easy, it's flexible, it's not something that you have to stick with one player for. However, there's certain things that help out the method more than others, with certain things coming down to animations, 3-point shot rating, all that kind of stuff. It's all coming down to just making sure this still runs quickly, giving you the best chance to complete these games quickly. So, if you guys did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, comment down below any video ideas, suggestions, and constructive criticism, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, so any bit of help is always very, very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.